Hey up, how we all doing? We're ready for a big night of football again. We had a great night last night, didn't we? Liverpool with another late winner, big Virgil van Dijk. Yay, get in there, still loving that, made up with that. And tonight we've got a bit of Barcelona at St James's Park, so big old flag display there at St James's, isn't it? They're making it an occasion, if nothing else. I mean, look, Newcastle aren't in the Champions League all that often. It's not really all that surprising. They're going to make a big song and a dance of it. It's a huge thing for them. Big thing getting back in it. Are they going to stay in it? Are they going to be able to remain in the competition and get in it next year? That's going to be the big test for Eddie Howe, because they got in it 2 years ago. They went out of it and they obviously couldn't get back in it. And it's that yo-yo effect that Newcastle are really going to have to guard against. They've got to make sure that they are able to stay in these competitions and getting it again and again and again, and that's how they're going to cross from being just a good team that can win cups maybe like they did last season, and actually becoming a really, really solid top team that can compete at the very highest end of the table. And that's going to be the difference for Newcastle. That's going to be the difference maker, isn't it? Newcastle being able to stay up there. J9 says, no Nick Voltemada, for God's sake. Why is he not starting? I think because they're expecting to be in transition, I'll be honest. I think that's the reason. Would we agree with that? Voltemada slows up the play a little bit for Newcastle. He slows up the play. He's a really good player, don't get me wrong, but he's not a player you want for a fast counter-attacking breakaway. Newcastle aren't going to be able to play like that with Voltemada. They need pace. They need their wingers getting forward, getting over the top, making Barcelona look behind them. And Voltemada's not really going to do that. He's not going to stretch teams. He's not that kind of player. He's a very good player, but he ain't that kind of player. David, he isn't starting because he cramped up on the weekend. Well, it could be that as well. Could be that. But again, yeah, Barcelona high line. But I would agree, yeah, that is why, isn't it? I don't even necessarily think it's the cramp. I genuinely think it is just because of the fact you've got lots of space in behind, and that's where Newcastle are going to hurt them. So that's why they're playing three very, very fast attacking players in terms of Barnes, Gordon, Elanga. Who have you got winning? I think it's going to be Barca. I've backed Barca 3-1 tonight. I think it's going to be a relatively high-scoring game. And yeah, something tells me tonight. I think that's what we're going to see. I think we're going to see Newcastle put on a great performance and really, really, but ultimately just succumb to Barcelona's talent. And we saw that at the weekend. If you weren't watching, we did a watch along of Barcelona against Valencia, and that was a really good game. A great performance from Barca, sorry. And Rafinha coming off the bench scoring 2. Lewandowski coming off the bench scoring 2. Rashford getting an assist. Fermin Lopez was absolutely terrific in midfield. What a player he's starting to become, by the way. And it just feels to me like Newcastle are a very workmanlike side, but maybe don't have the quality when it comes down to it. And the defence I'm really concerned about. You look at that back line, Trippier, Shah, Byrne, Nick Pope in goal. Livramento's a really solid fullback, but he's playing out of position. And it just doesn't fill me with confidence, that back line. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you're thinking by all means. I want to hear your predictions, of course. Razine, hey Key, I got the same prediction as well. 3-1 for us. Lewa, Rafa, and Rashi scoring his debut goal. Chimey, how's it going? Good to see you. Callum, Barca are very high. 3-3 draw. Okay, well, hey, let me know. Keep me informed in the comments what you're thinking, what your thoughts are on that one. Right, another thing as well I was gonna talk about. In fact, I need to put it on I need to put a poll. We'll do a poll. Let's do, who are the greatest Barcelona and Newcastle players ever? Can't be too many of them, can there? played for both Barcelona and Newcastle. How many can you get without looking? I had a look before, but how many can you get without looking? Razine says Christensen should have started over Kabasi for aerial dominance. Rashford and Rafinha should always drop back, especially Rashford considering the absence of Balde. Newcastle are great on the wing as well. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's all a bit... I don't know. How do you feel about that display? Tifo's pretty cool, I guess. It's all a bit forced for me. De Jong, Bellamy. Bellamy didn't play for Barca. Yeah, De Jong is one. Kluivert is another. I remember Patrick Kluivert having a spell at Newcastle, obviously, after his time at Barca. And that is literally it. Luke de Jong and Patrick Kluivert. Right. 1 second. Let me have a look at TikTok. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you. But again, listen, this is the important thing to remember with this as well. The important thing to remember about tonight is Barcelona are in pretty imperious form, it has to be said. They've played 4 games in La Liga. They've won 3, drawn 1. The goal difference is +10 as well. Obviously, they stuck 6 past Valencia at the weekend. We were watching that one. And already they're looking like one of the best and most cohesive attacks in the league. They've already got 6 different goal scorers as well in those 4 games, which is more than any other team in La Liga. They've got Lopez, Rafinha, Lewandowski, all doing really, really well. Lamine Yamal obviously still injured as well, so Lamine Yamal still to come back into this side. He misses the match, but he's been in really good form as well. And Stegen obviously out injured as well, so Garcia continues in goal. Chimey, I thought you said Newcastle and Liverpool. Did I say Newcastle and Liverpool? I apologise if so. I meant Newcastle and Barca, obviously, given the game we're watching. What else was going to talk about? Obviously, the last time these two met, you might remember, obviously, it's all been talked about, hasn't it, in recent days. The last time Newcastle and Barca met was over 20 years ago. The famous night when Faustino Asprilla scored a hat-trick at St James's Park. 1990, was it 98, 97? It's a good while ago anyway. I don't know why I said 20 years, nearly 30 years, isn't it, to be honest? Christ. I remember watching that game as well. I was only young, but I remember watching it. What is Anthony Gordon wearing on his head? What on earth is Anthony Gordon wearing on his head? Oh no, Barca are in the pink. I thought Barca would be in their mint colour. Right, well I'll have to change the colour of the kit then. The Barca kit, it's gonna have to be pink. Here's me thinking they're gonna be in their lovely mint colour, but no, we've dropped them into pink. Reece said, what I do just for tonight when I dare say the atmosphere pre-match against Wolves at the weekend was dull as a fish water. Oh, dull as fish water. Fish water, dull as dishwater. I don't know, mate. Honestly, I think they're trying to create this atmosphere because I feel like Newcastle's biggest advantage in this Champions League, let's be honest, Newcastle's biggest advantage is St James's Park. It's kind of the same for all English football teams, really, because the European teams often don't travel very well. I don't know why that is, but they just don't travel very well. Especially to England, anyway, because the passion of the English fans is such a huge difference maker. You know, we saw last night, or was it the night before, sorry, when Spurs played Villarreal, travelling away isn't really a thing for foreign teams and Spanish teams in particular. It's just not baked into the culture. Villarreal took about 20 fans, I think, to Spurs. It was tiny. Honestly, absolutely hardly anyone went to watch Villarreal against Spurs from the away team. So there's not a huge amount of support. I don't know how many Barcelona will have taken. My guess is probably not that many. So, yeah, I feel like this is going to be the chance for Barcelona. Barcelona are a better team. Barcelona are a better team than Newcastle. I don't think anyone disputes that. Every time I've spoke to a Newcastle fan about this game, it's always been about how, wow, these guys, Barcelona, we can get under their skin, we can annoy them, we can unsettle them, we can create a bit of an atmosphere that makes them feel intimidated. Nothing actually about the tactics on the pitch. Because if you put these 1v1, Barcelona walk all over Newcastle. And that's no slight to Newcastle. Barcelona are just one of the best teams in Europe. Newcastle aren't. So it's nothing to do with that. Newcastle are a good side. Barcelona are an incredible side. They are unbelievable. And yeah, it's going to be entirely down to whether or not Barca are rattled by the atmosphere. Hence why Newcastle are making such a big song and a dance of this. Listen, Manchester City against Napoli is also on tonight. I'll be keeping you updated on that one. Frankfurt against Galatasaray and Sporting against Kairat Almaty. So I'll be keeping you updated on all of them. PSG, Club Brugge did it again, 4-1 against Monaco. Club Brugge, honestly, they keep every single time. Oh, we're off here. We're off and underway. We're off and underway here at St James's. Yeah, Club Brugge can't win at home. Cannot win at home at all in the Belgian Jupiler Pro League. Always throwing results away. But as soon as they play in the Champions League, smash Monaco. I was sweating, to be honest. I was really worrying about Bayer Leverkusen and Copenhagen. Stupidly, I had Copenhagen to get beat quite well there, and thankfully I changed it to Leverkusen double chance. Claim for the penalty, get up. No chance you get a penalty for that. No chance, sir. Good to have Howe back. Reese's Footy Feed. Poverty and unemployment is a drastic issue in Spain. About 25% of under 30s out of work, I believe. Yes. Yeah. I can't comment on the statistics, but I know there is a high rate of unemployment there. Chinese City drew Napoli. This is just getting irritating. Why? Why is that irritating? City and Napoli's the champions of Serie A, mate. You've got to give Napoli a really good side. Again, if you're new around here, make sure you have clicked up there, click follow, click like, get over to YouTube, check me out, Premier League Dad. I am live every single day watching games of football. We've watched over 300 games this year already on this channel. 300 games! And from 32 different competitions all around the world. Make sure you give us a like and a follow if you like watching games of football. And you don't like all that stupid statistical spreadsheet crap, basically. If you just want proper analysis, proper insights, and a little bit of, a laugh with normal people who like watching football, give us a like, give us a follow. That's what it's about here. Nick, my Mr. Key is normal. It's European teams wanting money. City double chance. Frankfurt BTTS. Nice. Yeah, Frankfurt, I think I've got a good chance of that one. Let me catch up with everyone on TikTok 1 second. I am not ignoring you, I promise. Liam Manning can't deny the atmosphere at St James's. Wow. Yeah, it looks like it's bouncing. Fair play to him. David, Liverpool have literally conceded more goals than Newcastle this season. That's true. But do you know what? The mad thing is, we've scored 3 goals past Newcastle. Nobody else has scored a goal past them, have they? Nobody else has scored a goal past them. We battered Bournemouth and went back. You know, we ended up dropping the 2-goal lead, got it back to 2-2, and then Liverpool go and score 2 late on to make it 4-2. Everyone thought that was fluky and lucky. But let's be honest, Bournemouth have been perfect ever since. Bournemouth have beaten Brighton. Brighton beat City. Bournemouth beat them. Bournemouth beaten Spurs at Spurs, who beat City, who did really well in Europe and everything. You know, they're doing really, really well, Bournemouth. And we've beat them quite comfortably. Newcastle, we scored 3 past. I don't really know what more people are expecting of Liverpool, to be honest. I have no idea what you want from us. Chimey, they obviously wanted KDB v City story. And Nick, the big question is, can Newcastle pull off the upset? Can they? That's the question. They're putting Barca under some real pressure here already. Some intense high press that looks to be uncomfortable for them. They're very uncomfortable, Barca. And they've got a throw in the far side. Swifty, 750 in Key, great to see. 900 now. Listen, we're getting there. These are the big nights. These are the big Champions League nights we like, Swifty. Just need, if I could get 10% of you that's watching right now, I've got over 1,000 people in the room. If I can get even 1% of you to give us a like and give us a follow, it makes a massive, massive difference. I'm very, very close to 4,000 followers on TikTok, even more. I'm nearly on 6 on YouTube. I only started this a few months ago. Give me a chance. Chance for Newcastle. Oh, talking about chance. Newcastle very, very nearly going ahead. Barca living dangerously here. It's a fast start at St James's. Daz, what's your 11 for Saturday? 11 for Saturday. Probably the same that we saw last night. I'd maybe take Isak out and put Ekatike in. That's the only thing that I can imagine changes, to be honest. Chimey, FIFA stream tomorrow. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to be doing a FIFA stream tomorrow. If anyone wants a game of FIFA, get in the FIFA chat. We'll be doing a live FIFA tomorrow with the game coming out. I have downloaded it today, and I played like 1 game just before I came on, so I've got a little bit of an insight as to what it's like. AFC Harv, which game are you watching? This one right here, mate. Check that one right there. Swifty, I'm rooting for you. Cheers, man. Thank you for that. I need someone to. If they survive the first half, it's doable, says Nick46. And Pop, evening, sir. Already clicked the like button. Yes, cheers, Pop. Thank you for that. And do you think the Belgian league is rising? No, I really don't. I think there's some fantastic young players in the Belgian league, but it's just too unpredictable. Club Brugge losing the other day against La Louvière, it's shocking. I mean, and then Anderlecht all over the place. Westerlo start the season really well and then lose to kind of bottom half of the table. It's too unpredictable. Stay away from it. Union 1 impressive at PSV as well. Yeah. Nick, I had Leverkusen or draw away at Copenhagen. I've got Barcelona or draw here tonight. I have also got City or draw against Napoli. Liam, the numbers in here at the moment, pal, more than you have had. Oh, I've had 2K in, 2.5K in some nights. I don't honestly. It's good. This is really good, the numbers, but no, we've had 2.5K in here some nights. So it's good, but I don't know why. There's no real explanation for why. Nil 1 Galatasaray. Galatasaray going ahead against Eintracht Frankfurt in Germany. Is it Osimhen with the goal? No, Akgun. Yunus Akgun with the goal. Chance for Newcastle. Big save from Garcia. Again, Harvey Barnes causing real problems on that left-hand side. And there's a good ball in. Feels like Barca can't really even get out their own half at the minute. That's a great turn. Is it Rashford as well? Wonderful play by Rashford on the left-hand side. Gets forward. Shoot! Oh, unlucky. Now that is peak Marcus Rashford right there. That is absolutely what you expect to see from Marcus Rashford. We've all talked about Marcus Rashford and him needing to find his feet at Barcelona and get his career back on track. That is exactly what you want to see from Barca, from Marcus Rashford at Barca. Direct running, going straight at the fullback. He ends up scuffing it in the end, drags it wide. Reese, isn't it mad how something quickly becomes a routine? Found you the first week of the season and now you're the only place I come to watch along. Just a genuine lad with warmth and passion for the game. Reese, thank you very much, mate. That really does mean an awful lot to me. Thank you very much for that. Very nice of you. And likewise, it's cool to have you in too. Nick46, Frankfurt will score. I would imagine so. Yeah, they're at home. They've got a pretty good record at home. Jonathan Burkhardt is playing. He's a striker that I really, really like. Signed him from Mainz last summer to replace Ekitike. Very, very talented striker, Jonathan Burkhardt. So we'll see how he gets on. I'm trying to crack 500 games if I can. I'm trying to get to 500 games before the end of the year. Barcelona, straight to Pope. Yeah, I'm trying to get to 500 games by the end of the year. Pup, is there a like button on Twitch? I don't know. I've no idea. I've got 4 people watching though on Twitch, which I think is about the highest we've ever had on Twitch, funnily enough. I shouldn't really say that, to be honest, because as soon as I say any other platform, other platforms kind of freak out and lock it down, so it stops all the views. Liam, fair enough, since I've been following, most I've seen, to be fair. I didn't even see what Bongani said. What did Bongani say? Thank you for the likes. Appreciate it for tapping the screen. Clayton, I didn't know you was the purple app, so I'll follow you on there. Cheers, Clayton. Thank you. Yeah, I'm on the purple app. I'm on the red app. Is it the red app? I don't want to say the wrong red app. The other type of red app, the one that everyone can actually go on. Daz, what's your 11 for Saturday now? All are fit. They're not, mate. You can't have Isak starting. Ekitike starts over Isak. But other than that, probably the same lineup as we saw last night. Just Ekitike in for Isak. Be Yourself Dylan says City nearly scored the game. Scored. Good to see you, Dylan. Swifty, he wanted you to show the game. And Liam says the play button app. Yes, the play button app. That's what I meant to say. The tube. Reese, scintillating from Rashi, just sums him up. Not quite have the consistency to finish it. Just that rung below world class. But it's pleasing to see him happy and motivated again, says Reese. Yeah, completely agree with that. Listen, Marcus Rashford seems to be... he's a likeable lad, isn't he? He's a likeable lad. We want to see him do well. For whatever reason, it hasn't worked out at Manchester United, his club. And yeah, I mean, he's finding his feet again at Barca. I honestly don't think Barcelona quite make this permanent, though. Do you? Do you? Do we think that Barcelona keep hold of Rashford at the end of this? I'm not sure. Nick46, Bruges dominated today and they should have scored more, but they were playing that Monaco defence. Claydon, cheers for the hello on Twitch. Livramento down. He's just getting back up, but he was down with an injury there. But we're already kind of seeing a shift in tactics tonight, aren't we? Because it felt like what we would see is Barcelona dominating possession and Newcastle hitting on the counter-attack. And actually, I feel like we've seen the opposite of that in the first 15 minutes. I don't know if you agree. Am I completely wrong in saying this? But I really do feel like we've seen Newcastle actually have more of the ball. I don't know if the stats back this up, but it feels like Newcastle have had more of the ball, or at least I've got into better positions in the attacking third, and it's been Barca on the counter-attack. Yes, Defo says Spencer, and PH, that green jersey behind you gives Patrick Berger vibes. Patrick Berger at Old Trafford. What do we think? Newcastle, in with a chance. Hit it. Oh, why are they taking it so long? It's going to be a corner. They've won the corner. Harvey Barnes wins it. Yeah, Patrick Berger at Old Trafford. Free kick. What a goal. Swifty says Rashford needs the motivation of an uncertain future, in my view. I feel like he just needs to bite the bullet and take the wage drop, doesn't he? He kind of needs to say to Barcelona and United, listen, I want to stay here in Barcelona, so whatever needs to happen, if that means I need to drop wages significantly, then fine. Because there's nowhere else going to touch him. Other than Saudi, nowhere else is going to touch him for £350,000 a week. They're just not going to do it. He's like the best paid player in the Premier League, near enough. And he's as good as he is, he ain't that good. Be yourself, Dylan. What about the Mourinho situation? Yeah, Mourinho going to Benfica. Back to his original club. Everyone remembers him at Porto, obviously. But no, he had a great spell at Benfica as well when he was a lot younger. Right, corner to Newcastle. They play it short. Trippier. Too easy that for the keeper. Right, Barca on the left-hand side here. And you know what's mad as well? Given how much the game has changed, or given how the game has started, and we all thought it would be Barca have all the ball, Newcastle play on the counter-attack, and maybe Gordon and Elanga and Barnes running over the top and sort of trying to exploit that space in behind. It's actually not been that. Barca have been forced quite deep. And in the opening 15 minutes, I think if Voltemada had started, they might have had more chances with him. Because he's not slow, is he, Voltemada? He's 6 foot. Is he 6'6"? 6'6". He's a big lad. But he's not slow. He's just not rapid either. Haaland should have scored, says Be Yourself, Dylan. It's 1-1, says... that's what it's going to be. 1-1. You're predicting 1-1. 3 missed Lolas. Steve McNair grabbed the live under 4.5 in the Galatasaray game after that first goal. And Reese's Footy Feed says, looks to be about 500 Barca fans. Probably most based in England. Maybe even some geeky English kids who claim them as their team. That's an interesting point, actually. I wonder how you can get Barca away tickets. Surely you buy them from Barcelona, and I would imagine you have to have some degree of... Do you have to have maybe a Barcelona postcode and things like that? That's how they often stop. Because otherwise, Newcastle fans could just buy them, couldn't they? because, you know, Barcelona might get allocated, say, a 3 or a 4,000 away allocation, even though they only ever sell out 500. Newcastle fans could just have, oh, well, we'll sell 3,500 tickets then. I know, then you've got Newcastle fans mixed in. Fraser, how's it going, Fraser? What do you think of tonight's game? Let us know if you've got any questions, any talking points, and we'll put it out to the chat. We've got nearly 1,000 people watching right now. Ball in the box, chance for Barca. Good save from Nick Pope, and it's volleyed over the bar from Koundé. Big chance. Who was that? Lewandowski. He got one in the face there, I think. In the face. Yeah, he did. He got clattered from Nick Pope. Do you know what? To what extent is that a penalty? I'm not claiming that it is a penalty, by the way, but the keeper comes out, gets none of the ball, and clatters the striker. Like, if that isn't a, like, by modern definition, is that not a penalty? Should we not be claiming that? I'm not saying it is, but come on, he's come out, got none of the ball, and smashed into the striker. In any other world, that would probably be looked at as a penalty. Frankie de Jong. Barcelona desperately tried to force him out, didn't they? They didn't want him. I'll tell you what becomes a little bit more interesting tonight then. Oh, Anthony Gordon's gone down now. So, one of the big matchups tonight, which we maybe never thought was going to be as important, but it will be now, given how this game's going. It feels like that battle between Bruno Guimaraes and Frankie de Jong. And Bruno and Tonali and Frankie and Pedri. Feels like that's a really, really crucial battle now. And you've got sort of the energy, the high energy of those two from Bruno and Tonali, and obviously Joe Linton behind them as well, or just in front. You've got the high energy of them, but you've got the progressive passing and the sort of metronome approach of Frankie de Jong. And it's just whether or not what wins the day. Is it the high energy, or is it the composure and the foot on the ball stuff? Is it the composure, or is it the energy and the press? Potential red for Napoli. Lorenzo gone to VAR, and Swifty says, you know what you can do with modern definitions, Key? Oh yeah, get him slung. Get him slung. I'm not a fan of modern definitions. Anyone calling anyone a Trek Artista or Libero, get him gone. Mazzala, absolutely not. Barca pushing forward here, and good defending by Newcastle, it has to be said. Lorenzo's off for Napoli. So City now face 10 men at the Etihad. Here's Newcastle down the left-hand side. Elanga, good block. Really, really good block. Yeah, that's wonderful play. To be honest, you know what I am quite surprised by? How Newcastle and Barcelona, we saw all the flags. And again, I could be wrong on this one. If there are any Barca fans or any Newcastle fans watching, let me know if I've got this wrong. However, I didn't see any sort of commemoration to Bobby Robson. And Bobby Robson famously managed both of these clubs in the 90s and the early noughties in Newcastle's case. And he was very, very successful with both of them. Obviously, he took Newcastle back into the Champions League, didn't he, Bobby Robson? And before that, he'd been at Barcelona, where he brought Ronaldo through, obviously. He won the European Cup Winners' Cup, didn't he? With Ronaldo and Barcelona in kind of 96? 95, 96? I think it was 96. But he did very, very well with Barcelona. Bobby Robson considered a bit of an icon in Barcelona as much as he is in Newcastle. So, this is a big chance for Newcastle now. Ilanga driving forward, great ball in, chance! Oh, what a save! Big save from Garcia. That's a huge opportunity for Newcastle, and I think Harvey Barnes, honestly, has to score that. That's a huge chance on his stronger left foot. 6 yards out. You've got to do better there. Sporting have missed a penalty, says Dylan. Oh, Harvey Barnes. This was great play by Newcastle. Ilanga, it's like a slingshot. Ilanga running from deep, and he gets forward. It's a great ball in. Oh, am I being overly harsh there? I think he's got to score that. He's got to put that away, Barnes. Nick46, opinion about Espanyol then in La Liga so far. Opinion about Espanyol. Marvellous save. Do we think that... Yeah, it was a good save. No, it was a good save. It's a long throw into the box here now anyway. Hang on 1 second. We'll come back to that. Chance for Newcastle. And Barca get it clear. And now Rafinha on the counter. Oh, for whatever reason, he's blown up. Is it a free kick to Barca? That was a great save. It was a really, really good save. Sorry, right, what were we saying? Nick46, opinions about Espanyol then in La Liga so far. Well, they've surprised everyone, haven't they? The away form is whether or not they can... Well, can they do away what they've been doing so well at home? Obviously, the home form has been incredible. I don't know if they can sustain it. That's going to be the problem for Espanyol. They're a really, really good young side, but they've got a nice mix of experience in there. Are they third at the minute? Third or fourth in La Liga? But they started very well. Similar to Barcelona, to be honest, aren't they? Similar record to Barca. I think they're unbeaten. Right, corner from the left-hand side. Rafinha to whip it in. Far post. And I think, is it... Oh, he keeps it in. Araujo all the way back. This is better from Barca. Oh, Newcastle have got a big chance on the counter. Good play. Jamie says, Key, will you be making a Telegram group for tips? Yes. Do you know what? I forgot about that today. I'm sorry, I forgot about that today because of the whole FIFA nonsense. I don't know if anyone's aware. FIFA came out. You could get it today, but all of a sudden EA made a big, gigantic cock-up, and for whatever reason, people couldn't play it. But yes, I will, Jamie. Yes, I absolutely will. I apologise. I'll make sure I do that for... If you're back in tomorrow night, we've got Middlesbrough against West Brom tomorrow night. I'm live for Middlesbrough, West Brom. Big game at the top of the Championship. So, yeah, make sure you've liked, make sure you've followed me, and we'll make sure we get a Discord group and a Telegram group sorted for people to chat offline and stuff on the group. Napoli have took De Bruyne off. Well, I guess they're just looking at it as, well, what we have, we hold. We've took De Bruyne off. They've put on Oliveira, haven't they? Matthias Oliveira, the defender. So, yeah, Giovanni Di Lorenzo, straight red card. What did he actually get sent off for? Reece, I know a former Liverpool fan who's become a Barca fan in recent years, who makes regular trips out there. He turned his back on you as soon as you were bought by FSG. Interesting. I wonder why. Why did he feel so strongly about FSG? I think FSG have done a really good job, to be honest. lots of Liverpool fans seem to be FSG out and anti-FSG, but as far as football owners go, I don't know if there's been much better, to be honest. I think I'd be quite happy with them. It's certainly better than what we had before. Hicks and Gillette. Christ, they nearly took us out of business. Be yourself, Dylan. It was last man. Haaland was in one-on-one. Right, okay. Well, fair enough. We're very, very close to 5k likes. Make sure you tap the screen if you can on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, give us a like. Make sure you've subbed. Yellow card there for Joe Linton. He's walking a tightrope now, isn't he, Joe Linton? He's walking a tightrope. You don't want him on a yellow card. Ah, do you know what? He's so bad for that, Joe Linton. The little pullback foul. He does that all the time. A little snide one. Little snide, cheeky one where you just grabs hold of the player's shirt and just pulls him back. He does it all the time. Did that against Harvey Elliott in the League Cup final. Little snide one. Tugging from Joe Linton there, yeah. Yeah. Tugging outside the box from the big Brazilian. Come on, Frankie. Don't mess around there, son. Come on. You're not in La Liga now. You'll get chased out here. Great play that by Newcastle to just keep the ball up that end of the pitch. Oh, it's so poor from Barca. As soon as they lose the ball, they're just really poor in transition. Ilanga's having a great game on that right-hand side. What a ball! Unlucky. Ilanga's just causing no end of problems down that right-hand side. They can't keep up with him. Stand it up. Chance! Must be. Oh, unlucky. Huge, huge chance here. Ilanga's playing so well. He's done really, really well. Reece, Newcastle hate watch. Nah, it's not a hate watch. You don't mind Newcastle. Nick46, I expect some goals in the second half, otherwise we are screwed. Barca down the left-hand side here. Rashford. Too easy from Trippier. Great ball in. Chance. Oh! Excuse me, I am drinking a kid's drink. It was my daughter's and she left it here before. So, yes, I am drinking a, whatever it is, Simply Fruity. I just wanted something cold and it was in the fridge. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm drinking a child's drink. Reece, guess the first player I packed on FIFA. The first player I packed? I don't know. Mate, honestly, I have no idea about Ultimate Team and packs. I've bought the Ultimate Edition. I've probably got... I think I've got packs with the Ultimate Edition, haven't I? Can I gift them to anyone? Can I... I'm not going to use them. Can I gift people packs? Because if I can, if people know a way to do it, I will happily give people my packs. I have no interest in them. I'm not going to use them. But I've bought them. I get them. Copper says Lamin would have destroyed them. Rashford is for cheek. Rashford is cheeks. Rashford is cheeks. What does that mean? Mad Pup says Premier League dad stream and you're expecting goals. Madness. Oh, yeah. Listen, we have had some. We had 5 last night for Atletico Madrid. But yeah, as a general rule, we're a low-scoring stream channel. Ed Rosenthal, Key, your prediction? Well, I said 3-1 to Barcelona. I thought we would get goals in this one. I thought we'd get a fast start. I thought we'd have maybe at least 1 goal by now. I might have to revise my prediction at this point, and I think it might be... I think we might see a 2-1. That makes no sense, does it? That makes no sense, Kee. You've just said 3-1 was your prediction. But now, based on the first half hour being goalless, you're actually going to change it to 2-1. What a moron. What a ridiculous prediction that was. Oh, yeah, probably. I don't know, because I think there will be goals from Newcastle. They're playing really, really well on the counter-attack. And it feels like there's chances there for them. Elanga, Gordon, they're getting into some decent positions. Barnes, obviously, as well. But I just can't see Barca not scoring. I might go 1-1, actually. I think it might be 1-1. Maybe it's 1-1. Ed, win Barcelona. I thought it would be. For what it's worth, I've backed Barca double chance. Barca or draw I've got, so I really thought they would. Liam Manning, it's got 0-0 all over it. And Reece, what is the point in Ramsdale signing for Newcastle, realistically? They said, didn't they? They said that, oh yeah, we need a new goalkeeper. We need a new goalkeeper. All summer, we need a new goalkeeper. They go and get the worst goalkeeper in the Premier League last season. You packed Voltamada and Dylan got Isak. Nice. I might do an unpacking. Maybe I do an unpacking of it on the live tomorrow. I'm doing a live stream tomorrow. So maybe I'll do an unpacking of it. And we'll see. Paul Swift, first watch on YouTube, Kee. Seeing your mush from the other side. Cheers, Paul. Thanks, man. Oh, I've just realised you're Swifty, aren't you? I'm sitting here thinking, well, yeah. No, that's great. Thanks, Swifty. Appreciate it. Good to have you over on YouTube. It certainly helps me. Should have just kept Dubravka. Right, well, they're pushing forward here, and... Oh, Barca, big chance. Get it! Oh! Come on, they're pushing in here now. This could be a big chance for Barca. Rashford, they've got a weight of players in the box. Lewandowski. Somehow he's played it back to Rashford. Get it in the box. Oh, this is really, really, really dangerous here. Barca, chance. Hit it. Oh, unlucky. Side netting from Rafinha. It's getting tense. It's getting stretched here now. Barcelona playing really, really nice, incisive stuff in and around the box. And they just got a bit of a deflection there. It bobbled up to the far post. Rafinha on the volley. Kind of toe-bunged it into the side netting in the end. Dylan's having some Haribos. Kids and grown-ups love them so. Liam, I think Pope was linked with Leeds as well, and they really wanted Trafford. True enough. Pope says, unpacking gets record views. Kee stops streaming matches and becomes an Ultimate Team streamer. No, I can't do that. But I'm definitely going to play a little bit of FIFA tomorrow. I've bought it for that purpose. I haven't played any of EAFC 25. I bought it last year, and I literally haven't played it, I think, in about a year. It was crap. And this one looks a little bit better. So, yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll get excited. I'll play it probably every day for the first 2-3 weeks, and then I'll get bored again. I want them to just bring out a Red Dead Redemption 3 or something like that. I'll wait for the new Barca. MGZ23, Barcelona ain't shht. Up the mags, come on. Up the mags. Oh, Barcelona on the counter-attack here. This is bad. Big chance here for Barca. Why are they trying to slow it down? Reece, I just don't think he felt that Americans understood football. Many fans were cheesed off, which led to the formation of AFC Liverpool, who currently play in the North West Counties Premier Division. That is true. No, I understand that. There certainly was. The AFC Liverpool... Frankfurt won, Galatasaray won. Someone had both teams to score. Someone had BTTS for that one. Well done. You've got it. Frankfurt won, Galatasaray won. Yeah, it wasn't AFC Liverpool founded... I think I'm right in saying AFC Liverpool was founded during the whole Hicks and Gillette thing. It actually wasn't founded during FSG. I could be wrong on that one. I probably should know as a Liverpool fan, but I'm almost certain AFC Liverpool came about from when Liverpool very nearly went bust under Hicks and Gillette. Under FSG, it's largely been, apart from the whole COVID thing and the Super League thing, it's largely been, all rainbows, to be honest. Reese, the new game feels a lot smoother to play. It's so good so far. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, good. We'll see how we get on. This is really lovely play from Barcelona. Chance down the right-hand side. Rashford. Hit it. Oh, deflection. Oh, just, is it going to be a corner? No. That's a corner, ref. That's a corner, ref. That's definitely a corner, but Koundé wins it anyway. Better. Barcelona have got Newcastle under the cosh here. They have got them absolutely under the cosh. This is a goal waiting to happen. We've got 7 minutes to half-time. I think there's going to be a goal here. Barcelona have got them under the cosh. That's a foul and a free kick, sir. That's a foul and a free kick. Bruno Guimaraes dragging Joe Linton down. And it is a free kick to Barca just on the edge of the box. Speaking of, Reese, about Americans not understanding football. I'm not saying that, by the way. This is just... We're discussing that viewpoint. I'm not saying Americans don't understand football before anyone freaks out. But I do know from an inside source that Liverpool FC did, when FSG very first got there, did try to recruit what are known as hawkers. I don't know if you're aware what hawkers are. They're basically what American fans are used to at baseball games and NBA games and hockey games and all that stuff. Do you know them people who walk down like the middle aisle of the stand and they'll walk round like hot dog, butt scratcher here. That one. Basically, Liverpool tried to hire a load of them, and then it was like, I don't know if it was a fan consultation or what, but basically it got canned. But yeah, the club were very, very close to hiring those sorts of people to walk up and down the stand selling hot dogs and popcorn and whatever other bits and bobs. Reese, Key, please look up the Juventus game, the Juventus handball. I will do. I'll take a look. Frankfurt 1, Galatasaray 1. It was actually a Davinson Sanchez own goal, would you believe? Clarkey, Bruno dragging Joe Linton down. They both play for the same team. Did I say that? Sorry. Did I say Bruno dragging Joe Linton down? Bruno dragging Rafinha down, it was, sorry. It's because I'd seen Joe Linton next to him and he's on a yellow card. Sorry. Right, big Dan Burn coming up for a corner here. This is where Newcastle can hurt him. Set pieces. This is where they're going to hurt him. If anywhere, they're going to hurt him here. Garcia comes out, punches it away. That's better. That's much better from Newcastle in terms of getting themselves back up the pitch. And a flick on from Byrne. Here's Elanga. Ball in, cleared away by Barca again. Reese, it's really annoying seeing FIFA streamers spend hundreds of pounds on the new game and have an insane team. Do you mean on Ultimate Team and clubs and all that? So I don't really have I have no interest in it. No interest in Ultimate Team. I play career mode. That's all I'll buy it for. Reese, nothing wrong with hawkers, but keep them in America. I love basketball. Chicago Bulls wrecked my sleep pattern from October to April and May. No, I guess there's nothing wrong with hawkers, but definitely culturally it's not right at all, is it, for the UK game? It's not. It's just something that would never ever. You'd get called rotten if your team had hawkers. Barcelona down the right hand side. Oh, really good defending from Livramento. Be yourself, Dylan. It says Gala 2-1 up. And Clarkey, is Jim Ratcliffe selling Man United? Nope. No, he's not, man. Here's Elanga down the right-hand side for Newcastle. It's a bit end-to-end, this, as the half is coming to a close. Elanga, back to Joe Linton. Shocking from Joe Linton. I think he's offside there, Harvey Barnes, is he? Oh, no, it's Gordon. It's Gordon's onside, actually. Gets to the byline, and he's won a corner. Disallowed. Oh, okay. Galatasaray still 1-1 with Frankfurt. Jamie, I've got Barcelona, City and Sporting to all win. What do you think? Well, I think City with a man up should do. I think Sporting at home to Kairat Almaty, again, should do. So, I would be... Yeah, I would be confident with those two. Barcelona to win here, mate, could be anything. Could be anything, this one. As FM No Casuals has just said there, how's there no goals in this one? You can't tell, can you? It really could be. It could quite easily finish Barca 2 or 3-0. It could quite easily finish 0-0. It wouldn't surprise me if Newcastle nicked it 1-0 either, to be honest. Dylan says, Club Brugge curse strikes again. Destruction of Monaco. You didn't back him, did you? Please tell me you stayed away from him, Dylan. Liam, so much as 7-0 from that Barca fan. Yeah, I was going to say, Joe is one of our regulars on this channel. He'll be coming in, I'm sure, after the game. He's a Newcastle fan. He's at this game tonight. I think Jake is as well, another one of our Newcastle supporting regulars. So, both of those, I imagine, will be back in later on, and they'll be saying, we gave a really good account of ourselves, like, you know what I mean? Played really well. Don't know what you're going on about. 7-0. We battered them. Don't know why they're Irish. But, you know. Chimey, maybe that was a way for the club to create extra revenue and jobs. It was. No, it was. It was around the time the new main stand opened at Liverpool, and it was just kind of like they had those people outside the ground. They hired these people. They called them hawkers because that's what they're known as in America, but nobody really knows them as that in this country. If I said to you, what's a hawker, you wouldn't know, would you? I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have had a clue what job title a hawker is. What does a hawker do? You have no clue. But that's what they're called in America. They're called hawkers. So that's what they advertised in the UK, hawker. And nobody was applying because nobody knew what the hell it was. But the fact that it was for Liverpool Football Club, it was like a big thing. And they put a load of people outside the ground walking around with like... kind of like big beer things, beer kegs on their back. They were walking around with big like bags on, full of beer, and you'd pay for a pint or whatever, and they'd just like squirt a thing into your cup outside the ground, and they'd sell other bits and bobs, programs and stuff, walking round outside the ground. But they were trying to do it in front. They were trying to do it in the ground as well, and it just never took off. Samo Bob, you'll never walk alone. What happened with the red card in the City game? Apparently it was a last man tackle from Di Lorenzo, and he has, got sent off straight red card, and Kevin De Bruyne has been subbed off. Samo Bob, I don't know what a hawker is, and I'm American, like a scalper. No, a hawker is the people who walk up and down, like in Family Guy. I assume you've watched Family Guy. Butt scratcher here, butt scratcher, get your butt scratcher here. Those people walking up and down the aisles at football games and basketball games and all that stuff. Big Dan Burns left one on Koundé here. Might be a yellow card for Dan Burn. It's a naughty one, that. It is a yellow card. Might be an amber. Might be a check. Might be a VAR check, that one. Bit naughty, that, from Dan Burn. Let's just watch this back. Oh, that's a red. That's a red card. That is a red. Get him off the pitch. Get him off. That is an absolutely vile tackle from Dan Burn. Disgusting. Get him off the pitch. Hassan Hersi says Frankfurt scored and leading 2-1. Who scored it? Jamie, I have Sporting to win, but not both teams to score. Well, Sporting are 1-up, I believe. Yes, Sporting have scored against Kairat Almaty. Frankfurt are now 2-1 up against Galatasaray. Davinson Sanchez and Uzun with the goals. Man City still 0-0 with Napoli. That one's very nearly the half-time whistle is about to go there at the Etihad. Man City 0, Napoli 0. Napoli have had a man sent off. Di Lorenzo with a straight red card. Samoa Bob says we call them vendors or concession workers. Well, yeah, I mean, I would have thought that too. Vendor makes sense, but I think if you'd have advertised a job for a vendor, nobody would have really known what that is in the UK either. Listen, the reality, I don't know where they got hawker from, but apparently that's what they're known as. Hawkers. Hawker. Pup, isn't a hawker a World War II airplane maker? Again, might well be. Yeah. It might well be. All I can tell you is that is what Liverpool Football Club were calling those roles. And they were hiring for them around the time the main stand opened. Sam Key, no way that's a red. Nailed on red, Sam. Jamie, just need the whistle to go on that game now then. And Swifty, when I did my ancestry, lots of them were hawkers. Frankfurt 3, Galatasaray 1. Your ancestry, lots of them were hawkers. Wow. Interesting. I don't know what any of mine were. Ryan, Newcastle are playing like a team with no striker. Do we think that Voltemada comes on second half then? Callum says De Bruyne, utter woke decision. And Samoa Bob says America loves vague job titles or job titles that sound far more important than they are. Like bathroom technician, aka janitor. The difference is that in America, you guys don't really have job boards as such. Finding jobs is completely different in America than it is over here in the UK. It's completely different. You guys just, you have a different approach to it, whereas I don't know, culturally it's, if you call a job something different to what it is over here, you don't really hire it. It's really difficult to find. So like the amount of people who get called I don't know, like if it's a sales executive job, just a simple sales executive, the amount of people who get called like customer acquisition superheroes, and you're a bit like, and nobody actually finds the job because everyone's searching for sales executive, and the way that Google works is it doesn't push that out. FM No Casual says, I think there's 3 goals in this still. Isaac, opinion on our first half. I think Newcastle have done okay. I think Harvey Barnes should have put Newcastle in front. What do you think? I really do think Newcastle should be in front from Harvey Barnes. And if they do, then it's a different game. Barcelona have also had their chances. I feel like Barcelona have maybe they've grown into the game. They've started to look a little bit better as the game's gone on. So where I am with it now is I think Barcelona probably win this game. Newcastle are going to have to come out and hit them very, very hard. And I almost feel like maybe Newcastle have missed their chance. Their chance to score was in the first half when they had Barca on the ropes. They had, Barnes miss a big chance. And unless they get a set piece, Newcastle, I can't see him scoring. Pup says, I'm going back on my ancestry and all I found was alcoholics. Proves I'm Scottish. Ryan, they have to, surely. No way you see those missed chances. I think I want more of that. And Swifty, hawkers were old street sellers in the UK, like fruit and veg from a basket. I think that's, there you go, that's where it comes from then. That makes sense. Liam, they have to put Voltemada on, surely. Pedri says we need Rooney Bardghji on and then we'll batter them. Alex, how are things, bro? I'm doing good, man. Hopefully things are with you too. Geordie says, away the lads up the Toon Army. Do you think Voltamada comes on at half-time if you're watching? Well, I'm sure you're watching, obviously. But do you think Voltamada comes on at half-time as the Newcastle fan? Let me know what you're thinking. Isaac says we need Big Nick on. Ryan, Barca are one of those teams that can just score from nowhere, so Newcastle needs something quick. And Isaac, Harvey Barnes has such little end products. Reese's Footy Feed, if Barnes puts that ball anywhere else, it's a goal. Looking back, it's more of a bad miss than a class save. Straight at the keeper, wasn't it? It's on his left foot. It's literally smack bang in front of the keeper, 6 yards out. All he has to do is get it on target and not straight at the keeper. I think he's got to score that. Geordie, good first half by the Magpies. But if that goes in, then that just changes everything, doesn't it, for Newcastle? Huge opportunity, that. They're missing Isaac, says Alex Macklin. But a huge, huge game, this one still. Second half still to come. Do we think Barcelona can go and nick it? Do we think Newcastle can go and nick it? Or do we think Barcelona's quality tells in the end? That's got to be the real question here. That's got to be the test for these two. Now, one thing I did want to think about tonight, because I haven't done this. We was going to talk about it before the live started, but I haven't done it. Combined 11, based on the players that are on the pitch right now. If we was to do a combined 11, how many Newcastle players get in? Garcia or Pope? Garcia or Pope? Surely it's Garcia. Would we agree with that? Does anyone feel strongly that it's not Garcia? Geordie said Voltamada will score a brace from the bench. I think Voltamada has to come on, hasn't he? Sooner rather than later, he's got to come on. Garcia, yeah, I agree, Isaac, okay. So Garcia in goal. Koundé or Trippier? Koundé, innit? It's Koundé every day of the week. Shah or Araujo? Trippier! Isaac, you're saying Trippier over Koundé? No chance. Behave yourself. Reese's Footy Feed says, any idea how serious Wissa's injury is going to be? Awful to sign him and then immediately be out. He's out for around 6 weeks, they said. So Eddie Howe said he's not back until after the next international break, which is looking like it'll be towards the end of October. Which, yeah, isn't great. And then he'll come back. Hopefully he's fit. And just as he gets fit, then he'll be off for the African Cup of Nations at the start of December. So they've actually not got him all that long. They'll get him back and he'll be off again for another 6 to 8 weeks to the AFCON. So it's not great. Right, yeah, so it's Koundé. Surely it's Koundé. Araujo or Shah? In fact, do we take any of them? It's Araujo or Shah or Pau Kabasi or Dan Burn. Again, surely it's the Barca two, isn't it? It's Pau and Araujo. There's no way at all you're putting Shah or Dan Burn over either of those two. No chance. No chance. Come on. And then left back. Livramento. I mean, he's a right back, isn't he? Let's be honest. He's a right back. But Livramento, I think, gets in over Martin. I think we'll give them that one. And then you're talking midfield three. So, Pedri, De Jong, Fermin Lopez, Bruno, Tonali, Joe Linton. I would like to propose Pedri, Tonali, Fermin Lopez. Would anyone violently disagree with that? I would say it's Tonali, Pedri, and Fermin Lopez. They're the three I would go with. Is that about right? Pedri, Tonali, Fermin Lopez, and then the front three. I'd probably go Gordon, I'd go Gordon, Rafinha, Lewandowski. So actually, we've got a Newcastle fans agreement here, basically. That we've got 1, 2, 3 Newcastle players out of 11. If we was doing a joint Newcastle and Barcelona 11, the only 3 Newcastle players getting in are Livramento, Tonali and Gordon. Not a good look. Yeah, Livramento, Tonali and Gordon. They're your 3. I think Bruno's better than Fermin Lopez. That's the only other question then, maybe. See, I think Fermin Lopez is unreal. Absolutely incredible. Bruno's good, but he's a little bit of a liability as well at times, but he's a good player. All right, fair enough. Even if we take Bruno and we put take Fermin out and put Bruno in. Yeah, Tonali has to be in there. I agree with that. Well, there you go. We've done a little exercise there to get to get the blood pumping. Chami, Bruno G, Tonali and Pedri. There you go. We've got a United fan. A United fan giving us that as well. Clarky, what coach would you have? What coach? Oh, that's a good question, actually. Hansi Flick or Eddie Howe? Who's the better manager? Who's the better manager? Hansi Flick. Easily Eddie. Why is it Eddie? Why do you think it's Eddie, Isaac? Hansi Flick's a really, really good manager, though. Hansi Flick's won multiple titles. He's won a Champions League, of course. You've got to say Flick. You've got to say Flick. Don't care what anyone says. Eddie Howe's done well, but he's only really won promotion from League 2 and League 1, and then he's won the League Cup with Newcastle. Flick's definitely won far more. Won La Liga, won a Champions League, he's won a Super Cup. He's won 2 Bundesliga titles with Bayern. Hansi Flick, look at this. I mean, I know it's different, right? I know it's a little bit like, I know you can't really compare the two, but Eddie Howe had a 43.8% career win rate. 43.8% career win rate, which is really good for a guy who's managed at the lower levels of the league and everything, right? But Hansi Flick had an 81% win rate at Bayern Munich at one point. 81%. That is sickening. That is unbelievable. And he got 73% win rate at Barcelona over his first spell there, well, 54 matches. Liam Manning, you give Flick these Newcastle players, he won't get a tune out of them. CSR, good to see you. And Unknown FRX says, I want to experience St James's Park. Atmosphere looks unreal. Get up there, mate. Hey, the stadium's going soon. They're getting rid of St James's Park. Same as they are with Manchester United, with Old Trafford and everything. Cheers for the follow, CSR. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, Manchester United Stadium getting knocked down. You know, St James's Park getting knocked down. We've just seen the Goodison Park being used now for the women's football. That's not really going to be seen in the men's game anymore. It's sad. Liam Manning, look at the team he's managed though. Come on, even Ten Hag could win games. Evidently not. I mean, Ten Hag's took over a very, very good Bayer Leverkusen side and, you know, couldn't manage 10 games. CS Art, enjoy the lives, mate. Cheers, man. Thank you for that. I like your work as well. I've seen your stuff before. Goal is 5k followers. Go and check him out if you're watching. Go and give CS Art, apologies. Yeah, go and give him a follow. Third point, Arteta then. Arteta. Yeah, Arne Slot's win percentage is 65.8% at Liverpool. He's got a 62.3% career win percentage, which that's unreal when you consider he was managing Feyenoord, not even like the top 2 Dutch teams. He's managing Feyenoord as an unbelievable win percentage. Bulldozer says Dan Burn needs to be in there. Behave yourself. Razine, type of game where Olmo masterpiece comes in. He'd be great between the lines. Please more on the second half. And yeah, Bulldozer thinks Dan Burn, big Dan Burn, needs to be in our combined 11. I just don't think so. I don't think we can justify big Dan Burn being in our combined Newcastle and Barcelona 11. The players are coming back out onto the pitch now. We're very, very near to the second half. If you haven't yet, please do give us a follow. Click up here on TikTok. Give us a follow. Make sure you get over to YouTube as well. Check us out over on YouTube and Twitch. Premier League Dad. I am live every single day on this channel. Thank you for those that have already retweeted, reposted, reshared, all that good stuff. And tapped the screen. Really appreciate it. Drone Man Yorkshire. Nice. If Voltemada was on, he would have scored that Gordon chance, no doubt. Well, we're nearly ready for the second half here. A big reminder as well, by the way, we have watched over 300 games on this channel already in 2025. Over 300 matches in 2025 already from 32 different competitions around the world. If you like watching live watch-alongs, we're live tomorrow for Middlesbrough against West Brom. If you like these live games, give us a like, give us a follow, and yeah, well, if you like a different type of match analysis and a bit of banter, right, we're off for the second half here. Oh, what's going on? Have they moved? Have they sent it back to the halfway line? Oh, that's absolute woke nonsense, that. Right, there you go. We're ready to go again. Clarky, what formation did you pick, Key? I just stuck with 4-3-3, the same as both of them. Mr. C, looking forward to Saturday, lad. Oh, we're going to wipe the floor with you. We are going to wipe the floor with you, Blue Noses. Big Van Dijk. We're going to be losing in the 90th minute and we're still going to win it. You only just beat Atletico, lad. Hey, listen, nothing wrong with that. Atletico's a good side. You got beat by Leeds. You got beat by Leeds. You couldn't beat Villa, who everyone's beat. Falling apart. Liam Manning, do you think Rashford would have been good at Newcastle? I don't think Marcus Rashford is as good as people, or he thinks he is, maybe. He got given a massive contract after an unbelievable year at Man United, and he is a talented player, but I don't think he's 350k a week. I don't think he's a player that should be on anywhere near that money. And the problem is he's on it now. He doesn't want to give that contract up naturally, but he also he isn't going to play any games. No team is going to take him on that money. Barcelona have, and if I'm dead honest, I don't think he justifies staying there. I think they end up letting him go at the end of the season. Corner kick here to Newcastle. This is a big opportunity. Whipped in near post. Flick on. Oh, Joe Linton very nearly 1-0. 2 minutes into this second half. And we have got Chances already. Joe Linton with a little flick on. How close was that? Oh, it was miles wide in the end. Mr. C says, jammy goal at the end. I hope we beat you so I can come into the live and gloat. Not going to happen. It'll be a draw. Listen, I actually wouldn't mind a draw. I think there's a part of me that take a draw now. Always tough in derbies. Even when you've been really, really crap and we've been really, really good, the derbies have always been difficult. Form goes out the window on a derby, mate. Liam Manning, Rashford isn't worth 350k a week, but United overpay for their players. It's not his fault entirely. It's true enough. And Mr. C, draws in derbies is a regular thing, particularly at Goodison, wasn't it? I wonder if we'll see a step change now we're at Bramley Moor. Obviously, I know it's at Anfield on Saturday, but long throw into the box here from Newcastle. Flick on from Dan Burn. Chance. And Garcia claims it. Sam says, I'm effing scared. Yeah, you don't need to be scared, mate. Barcelona, even if they do beat you, there's no shame in it. Barcelona are a wonderful team. If you lose, you lose. Don't worry about it. Hey, just give it... The thing is, Newcastle are going to be going out here in this second half. If you're Eddie Howe, surely you're just saying to these lads, listen, go out there, give them an absolute... Give it a really good go, but don't leave anything out on the pitch. Go out there and absolutely run yourselves into the ground. The fans will get behind you, even if you end up losing the game. It's Barcelona. It's not like it's, you know, you're not playing some nobodies. Barcelona, one of the best teams in Europe. Barca here pushing forward. Mr. C, that Merlin role is like Fellaini 2.0. Has he actually played a game for you yet? I saw all the Blues were talking about Diblin not actually getting off the bench. Chance here for Barca. Oh, big deflection. It's going to be a corner. Rashford with the shot. Yeah, they were all whinging about Tyler Diblin not coming off the bench, weren't they, against Villa? You've paid 45 million for this, you know, young winger. And 0-0 against Aston Villa. Need a goal, need a chance. And Tyler Diblin doesn't even come off the bench. Oh, Merlin Roll came off against Villa. Right, all right. Well, hey, I wonder. Maybe he is after a bit of a Fellaini. A difference maker in that final third, because he really doesn't trust Tierno Barry, does he? David Moyes. Right, is it Fabian Schär who's down here? I think it is. Fabian Schär down, injured for Newcastle. I think he might have took one to the face here. Who doesn't want another Fellaini, lad? He was proper anti-footballing, wasn't he? Liam Manning says he'll come off now. Do you think? He's definitely... It looks like a concussion sub, potentially, this one for Newcastle. Fabian Schär took a ball to the face. It was Rashford's strike, and... yeah, he looks a little bit dazed. He looks like he's seeing... like he's seeing birdies flying round his head. He's definitely a little bit dazed. Seeing double. And Malik Thiaw might be coming on. Malik Thiaw making his Champions League debut for Newcastle against Barcelona under the lights. Nick Voltemade having his energy drinks on the touchline there as well. Is that Powerade or Gatorade or what is it? Some sort of aid. Orangeade. It's something. Voltamade. Mr. C, he's seen the cups flying round his head. I think he might be coming off here. Yeah, he looks... just keeps shaking his head, doesn't he? What's Rafa Benitez doing in the stands? And another ex-Newcastle manager. He was at Liverpool last night, Rafa. Love Rafa. What a manager he was. Is. Not was. Is. Sensational. Sam says Voltemada comes on and a goal. Mark my words. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Benitez to West Ham, says Liam. Apparently it's Kieran McKenna. If Graham Potter goes, apparently Kieran McKenna's already been invited to be the West Ham manager. Whether or not he'd be willing to leave Ipswich, because Ipswich are on a bit of a roll. They look like they're certainties to come up, the way they were playing against Sheffield United the other night. Here's Newcastle. Joe Linton, inside. Good block from Barca, and away. It's back to Joe Linton. Out to Elanga. Stood up far post. And back to the man who crossed it in. Newcastle having a little bit of a spell of possession. Spell of pressure here. Out to the edge of the box. Tonali! Whoa! Shot on target. It was a claim for a handball from Tonali. Don't think you're getting it. Come on, we've got to see a goal in this. I'm not watching Barca against Newcastle and there's no goals. Like, that's literally just confirmation that this channel is a curse. Every time we watch these sorts of games where you think there's going to be a really good game, this 0-0s. We're prone to it. I'd love to count up the average goals per game we've witnessed on this channel. Be yourself, Dylan, it's you that makes it 0-0. I was going to say it probably is. It probably is. I can't explain it. We do the predictions before the game, don't we? We sit there and we say, I think this is going to be a good game, this one. Yeah, plenty of goals. What do you think? And everyone predicts 3-1, 2-2, 4-4, whatever. 7-0, Pedri said the other night. 0-0, an hour gone. Sat here for an hour, 0-0. Liam, over 10k likes, let's go. Yes, cheers. Thank you everyone for the help in getting to the 10k likes. Let's see if we can hit 20 before full time. Why not? Right, free. Oh, no, it's a goal kick and Shah's going to take it. Never understood defenders taking goal kicks. Well, he's left it for Nick Pope now. Man City 1, Napoli 0. There you go. City have broke the deadlock. And who is it? None other than Erling Haaland. Phil Foden with the assist. Erling Haaland with the goal. So, we're now waiting on just Barcelona here. This is... I can't have... If Newcastle win this, I am going to be so livid. Here's Harvey Barnes up against Koundé. Good block from Koundé. Thomas Tuchel in the stands, yeah. I can only assume that he's there to watch Marcus Rashford because there's not really anyone else in that Newcastle squad. Maybe Anthony Gordon or a push, but there's not really anyone else in that Newcastle squad, is there, that stands out? I don't think Dan Burn goes to the World Cup. I don't think Trippier goes to the World Cup. I don't think Nick Pope goes to the World Cup. Harvey Barnes definitely doesn't go to the World Cup. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's probably there to watch Rashford over anyone, isn't he? Yeah, no, Dan Burn isn't going to the World Cup. Come on, no chance. Look at all of England's centre halves. There is no chance Dan Burn goes. Even if he tries to take 6 centre halves because he's playing with 3 at the back, he ain't taking Dan Burn. Burn from corners, I'd have that. It's the only thing he's good for, though. He's not a bad defender, but he ain't that good. Right, Barcelona throw in their own half. Oh, Martin's had a shocker there. Good play. Really good play from Barca. And here's Koundé. Sam says, very good game so far. Right, here's Rafinha. We've not really seen much of Rafinha tonight. Newcastle are hanging on. Just about. Ball into the box. Header. It's 1-0. There you go. And it's Marcus Rashford. It's Rashi with the goal. Oh, Marcus Rashford. It's 1-0. There you go. Rashi. Bang. Great header. And we said Thomas Tuchel was watching him. It wasn't anyone else. There's nobody else in this squad that could be going to that World Cup other than Marcus Rashford, maybe Anthony Gordon, but nobody else. And Rashford has just done exactly what Hansi Flick would have wanted him to do. Gets his head on it, cutting in from the left-hand side, or drifting in from the left-hand side. It's a lovely ball in from Koundé, and Rashford on the penalty spot. Oh, it's really good, this. This is a wonderful finish. Oh, it's a great header. It's a great header from Marcus Rashford. And there you go, Barcelona 1-0. And that is that. Emiliano, guten Tag. Good to see you, Emiliano. How's things? Fernie said he might be watching Livramento. Do you know what? I didn't even think of Livramento. Didn't even think of Livramento. Reese's Footy Feed says, it's not the channel. Football in general has been a bit stodgy and stale. Too many rigid tactical formations, draining freedom of expression out of games. Very astute analysis, it has to be said. Fermin Lopez causing real problems here. Barcelona now pushing for a second. Newcastle are hanging on for dear life now. Hanging on for dear life. Emiliano, I kind of like Rashford. And Liam Manning, that's why you have a striker in the box for crosses. Newcastle need the big man on. Oliver Sims says 1-0 Rashford. Here's Murphy and Voltemade about to come on. Meanwhile, Rashford is about to take a corner himself. He's got a goal. Could he get an assist? Ball whipped in. I think it's going to be another corner, is it? Great ball in. And Barca continue to push here. Oh, now Newcastle up the other end. Unlucky. Shay says, I need Elanga to score or assist at 8:30. When do you think? Or what do you think? Oh, mate, cash. Cash it. Cash it. I'm telling you. Elanga might be coming off here for Jacob Murphy as it stands. Emiliano says Frankfurt v Galatasaray is a very good game to watch. Yeah, it seems to be so far. Is it 3-1 that one now? Right, so we've got a player down here for Newcastle. I think it is Fabian Schär, isn't it? He's not looked quite right, it has to be said, since he got that knock to the head. So I think Fabian Schär is going to come off, and I think it is going to be... Is it Malik Thiaw? Yeah, I think it is. I think Malik Thiaw's coming on. The new signing from AC Milan. Can he make the difference at the back and keep Barcelona out? And can these other substitutions coming on as well? It's four. It's a quad change for Newcastle here. We've got Malik Thiaw, we've got Murphy, Voltemade, and Willock all coming on. Interesting, Willock. So who's the changes? Surely it's Sharoff. Willock. Who's coming up? Mate, it's got to be Joe Linton, hasn't it, for Willock? You would think Joe Linton, given he's on a booking, the last thing you want is him coming off. So I would imagine Joe Linton goes off for Willock. Schär goes off for Thiaw. Does Anthony Gordon? No, it's Barnes. Barnes going off for Voltemade. So is Murphy coming on for Elanga then? Because this is the thing I'm not going to understand here now. That makes sense. That really does make sense. I can see Willock coming on for Joe Linton. Thiaw for Schär. What's the other changes here? Joe Linton, Barnes, Elanga off. There you go. I said it. Cashed it. I told you, mate. I told you. Oh, you've got sub on. Hopefully Murphy doesn't score. Well, Willock, Waltemada, Murphy and TR1. 4 changes for Newcastle. Oh, well, hopefully you get it, Shay. But I would say, obviously, you've cashed it, so that's good. Redman7791 says Joe Linton is a waste of space. Well, he's got a... he's getting a little bit of a rest now, because that yellow card, I feel like that was the reason he came off here. Sporting 2-0 up against Kairat Almaty. Cheers, Dylan. And Liam says Murphy's going to cross for Waltemada goal. But it's a free kick now to Newcastle. Koundé bringing down Anthony Gordon on that left-hand side. Anthony Gordon now drifting out to the left. Waltemada. That was such a dive. That was such a dive from Anthony Gordon. Oh, that's so bad. That is so bad. Shocking. Ball in, too easy for Garcia. Far too easy. Here's Rafinha down the right-hand side for Barca. Redman7791 says that is all Gordon does. Dive and roll around on the floor. And get sent off, yeah. Barca now pushing for a second here. Newcastle are just having to ride a little bit of pressure. Sporting 3, Kairat Almaty 0. Sporting have got that one wrapped up, it has to be said. Alisson Santos with the goal for Kairat Almaty. And 2-0 City as well. No, it's starting to fizzle out, this one, a little bit. Let's be honest. It is just starting to fizzle out. That's the kiss of the comment. The curse of... The kiss of the commentator, or the kiss of death of the commentator, whatever it's called. The curse of the commentator, isn't it? Oh my God, what a goal! Oh my God! Marcus Rashford! Oh my life, what an absolute screamer that is! Oh my, he's just killed the game. He has killed the game, and Thomas Tuchel in the stands. He's honestly, he's just going to be writing that down. Marcus Rashford, World Cup squad. There you go. Thomas Tuchel knows. It's pictured him straight away that Eddie Howe looks absolutely despondent. Doesn't know what to do. Newcastle fans have created a wonderful atmosphere at St James's Park, but it's just fallen silent when Rashford rockets that one in the top corner. What a goal. What an absolute screamer off the crossbar. It's a screamer. That is Marcus Rashford at his absolute best. At his absolute very, very best. Unbelievable that from Marcus Rashford. Sensational stuff. We knew it'd be a big night for him, and he's done it. He's the guy on the thumbnail, and it's absolutely unreal. And that might just be that for Newcastle tonight. What a hit. Maybe he does find a home in Spain after all. This is it. Maybe I've called it wrong. I've said Barcelona. I don't think they'll take him up. I don't think they'll end up keeping him at the end of this. But if he keeps churning out performances like that... Oh, those two important goals for Barcelona tonight. And two of them right out the top drawer, it's got to be said. Great header for the first one. Lovely bit of movement. Great header. Really sharp. And the second one is just pure Marcus Rashford. Smashing it in the top corner. It's fizzling out, says... Oh, yeah. It was fizzling out all right. I got that one completely wrong. Just as I said. The curse of the commentator. It's fizzling out. Marcus Rashford fizzes one in the top corner. Oh, I love it. Now, is there any more? Any more for any more? Marcus Rashford is the world's most confusing footballer. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Right, Christensen coming on here for Barca. How's he done that then, says Reese. Oh no. It's absolutely unreal. It's great stuff. You love to see it. The fact that Joe Willock's coming on in this situation highlights that Newcastle are struggling to progress the squad like they'd wish to. Realistically, he should play for Burnley, Leeds or Wolves. The Geordie's crying again, says Callum. And Copper says, I'm rewinding my words. Rashford is not cheeks. Reese, everyone who leaves Man United seems to go on to excel afterwards. It's odd, isn't it? And Shay472 weren't joking when I said Withenshaw Eusebio. The Withenshaw Eusebio. I love that. I'm keeping that one. The Withenshaw Eusebio. Is that where he's actually from? Withenshaw. Reese, Joe will be going. We got unlucky, Key. Oh yeah. I know. Should have been a red card, that. CSR says, Barca are my Spanish team. This was coming from him, I feel. Well, he got a really good assist against Valencia at the weekend, didn't he? Christ, here we're picking... Oh, Willock. I was just about to say, we're having a pop at Willock, and then he's just done that, and he started to look really good, and then he gave the ball away. Rafinha. Chance for Rafinha. Oh, just wide. It's nearly 3. This could be 3 or 4 now. This could be 3 or 4. Barcelona should be putting Newcastle to the sword here. FM No Casual set up without a striker, and you're asking for it, really. It's true. It was a very negative decision from Eddie Howe from the off not to put Voltemada in there. We sort of saw the logic, in fairness, without being too critical of him. We saw that, we're expecting there not to be a huge amount of space in the midfielder. It's more likely to be over the top. And that's why Gordon, Elanga and Barnes ended up playing. But it's just not been that game, has it? It's been a completely different game. And Voltemade, you think, might have been better for Newcastle to help him get up the pitch, to hold on to it a bit more, and maybe to get the runners beyond him. Maybe Elanga and Gordon going off the top of him. That would have been great. But it just hasn't worked out for Newcastle tonight. It's not been the performance that they thought. And, yeah, disappointing. Very, very disappointing in the end. Tone says, best strike he's ever scored. And Isaac, where does Eddie wait till we concede to make subs? Clarkey, they're missing Isaac, Kee, and CSR 3-0 was my prediction. Well, you might well get that. I said 3-1, which actually isn't looking all that bad, given we got to basically the hour mark at 0-0. Feels like that's not too bad of a shout. Nick46, it's over, Kee. I won my bet. €7 in the bank. Now I can finally admit Barca is better than my team, Alaves. Alaves did very well the other day, didn't they? Alaves haven't started too terribly, actually, in La Liga. Nice, well done, Nick. Great work, Nick. If you're watching on YouTube, please do give us a like. Make sure you've liked this video. Make sure you've subscribed. I am live tomorrow for a big game in the Championship, at the top of the Championship. Middlesbrough against West Brom. Here's Rashford. Gets into the box. Good defending. CSR Flick would have been fuming at half-time. And Pedri, I usually keep my mouth shut till full-time. But, listen, I think you're fine now. I think they've wrapped it up. I do think they've wrapped it up here now. Nick46, predictions, Betis v Sociedad. I'd go Betis or draw, maybe. I feel like that one could go either way as well. Gareth, 1978, Rashford, some player now, he's left the whole toilet. And FM No Casual, disappointing from Monaco and Galatasaray tonight. Yeah, they've been, honestly, wiped the floor with, haven't they, both of them? I really thought they'd make more of a game of it. Same with Leverkusen, to be honest, in Copenhagen. Is that Trippier who's just gone off? I think it is, isn't it? Who's come on? Trippier for Botman. That's not really an inspiring change, is it? Why is Botman coming on for Trippier now? If I'm looking, honestly, I know there's 15 minutes left. Why is Botman coming on? If you're Eddie Howe and you need to try and effect a change, why are you bringing Sven Botman on for Kieran Trippier? In what way does that help Newcastle get up the pitch? Unless he's going playing centre forward with Voltemade and you're just going to go direct. It doesn't make any sense to me. And he's not anyway, has he? He's playing at the back there. It's crazy, that. Where was that Bruges on Saturday? Yeah. Pedri, tell me he's not the best English winger now. I mean, look, when he does stuff like this, we know he's one of the best. He's Frankfurt 5, Galatasaray 1. Yeah, when he plays like this, there's no doubt he's up there as one of the best. The problem is we just so rarely see this Marcus Rashford. How often have we seen this Marcus Rashford? It just never happens, does it? Reese's footy feed, quite right. Rashford seriously rolling back the years to around 2017-18 here. Hope he can keep it up. If he does, then he is a shoo-in for England on that left-hand side. He's an absolute shoo-in. You might as well leave Anthony Gordon and his headband at home. Leave him. He can cozy up to Phil Mitchell on Albert Square. Right? We don't need Anthony Gordon if Marcus Rashford is playing like this. Absolutely unreal. The problem is, he's just not really going to play like this as often as we need him to. But he's been brilliant. He has been brilliant tonight. CSR says, I think he'll thrive at Barca. Well, hey, listen, he's got to keep it up now. He's got to keep doing it. These are the games that are going to test him. Ben Gordon's so bad lately. Another overhyped English player. It's fallen apart, hasn't he? And you know what? I've got to kind of give him his credit because they've tried to put him through the middle and make him a striker. It just hasn't worked. Be yourself, Dylan United saying, what have we done? Yeah, they could have done with him, couldn't really, you know, that sort of a performance in a Manchester derby. We've already seen Rashford score goals exactly like that in a Manchester derby. I think they could have done with him at the weekend, United, couldn't they? And there's got to be, given the fact that he's a local lad, given the fact that, you know, he bleeds Manchester red sort of thing, there's always going to be United fans who will see performances like this from Marcus Rashford and go, I really wish we could just take him back. Because he's better, I don't care what anyone says, he's better than any of the options they've got up there. Especially if you put him up front with Cunha and Mbeumo. He's better than, in my opinion, Sesko. He's better than Xerxes. He's better than Mount if you're going to put him there. You're better off having a front three of Rashford and Mbeumo and Cunha and having them interchanging, and that could be as good as anything in the league if they're all on top form. Hassan says Frankfurt are dismantling Galatasaray defence. 5-1 and 14 minutes to go. Well, it's all good. Swifty says Gordon's overrated in my opinion. It's a long ball forward. Chance here for Barca. Could be 3. There's a claim for a penalty. Ferran Torres with the claim. You're not getting it. Liam says Gordon won't go to the World Cup. No chance. It's who goes instead of him, though. That's the thing. If Rashford goes, which I think he probably does. Because do you know what the crazy thing is now? Is that because the profile of this game, because Marcus Rashford has done this, 2 big goals against Newcastle at St James's Park on a Champions League night when all of England is watching, when Thomas Tuchel is in the stands, right? Because he's done this now, even if for the rest of the season all he does is, you know, a couple of goals and a couple of assists here and there. What's happened? What happens here? Nah, it's not a foul. Yeah, even if nothing happens for the rest of the season, a couple of goals, a couple of assists, he'll go to the World Cup on this game alone. That's how important this sort of a game is for him. But Rashford's coming off here now, I think. Is it Danny Olmo coming on for him? Ferran Torres already coming on as well. Jamie, bet's coming in as long as Sporting don't concede. Yeah, I think you should be all right with that. And Swifty, his stock has certainly risen again. The thing with Marcus Rashford's stock is everyone desperately wants him to do well. So it's really hard for his stock to actually fall. Like for his stock to fall, he has to be playing really badly for a really, really long time. And even then he's still getting into England squads. It doesn't actually take much, because he is the media's darling in many ways for what he did. Quite rightly, he was, you know, wonderful stuff with the, you know, the kids and everything. I feel like they so want him to be in that World Cup squad, and as a result, we only need to see a little sign of the old Marcus Rashford, and he will get in that World Cup squad. I promise you. And we've all probably already seen it. That is probably everything. We've already seen it tonight. Gareth 1978 says Gordon is a good player. He's just having a bad spell. And FM No Casual says the thing is Rashford is under less pressure. He can have an off game and there's no apocalypse. Yeah, fair enough. That's true enough. Very true. Is there a goal in this for Newcastle at least? It feels like, you know, from an ego point of view, well, just from the point of view of it, it'd be really nice actually for the fact that they've had a really good opportunity against Barcelona at St James's Park. It'd be nice if they were able to get a goal, but at this point, it doesn't look like they're even close to hurting them. Ben says, did it not get a slight deflection off Dan Burn, not taking anything away from the strike? I don't think it did. If it did take a slight deflection, I don't think it in any way altered the outcome, because I'll be honest, that was flying past Nick Pope. There was no way he was getting hold of that. It was the pace, the way that Rashford catches the ball. It was just so clean, and it was rattled in off the bar. So even if it took a slight deflection, I'm relatively confident that was going in. He'd have known that was in the second it left his boot. CSR says, I don't think it touches Burn. Sporting 4, Kairat Almaty 1. Oh, Jamie. Oh, mate, I'm so gutted for you. Bet's coming in as long as Sporting don't concede. They've conceded. Kairat Almaty have scored. Sporting 4, Kairat 1. Sorry, man. Sorry, mate. 4-1. 4-0 up as well. Who does that? Sporting. Absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe they've done that for you. That's gutting. Sorry, mate. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. All right, Barcelona. Hopefully it gets disallowed. You'll never know. Maybe it gets disallowed. I'm not watching it though, so I have no idea. It might be the cleanest goal ever. It might be a strike like Rashford's, and there's no chance of an offside. But you never know with these things. Sometimes it does just pop up, goal being checked. So we'll see. Maybe they will check it. Dylan says it's not disallowed. Well, there you go. Sorry, mate. There's one down the Swanee. Right, well, we're in the last 5 minutes here now. Feels like the game's winding down, but still, let's be honest, there's still time. There's still time. ZQXV says Tio is solid at the back. Well, he's done all right. Oh, cheers for that. Thank you very much for the gifts. Appreciated. Thank you very much. We're very, very close to 20k likes. Keep smashing the screen if you can. Make sure you've given us a follow up there. It takes 2 seconds. It massively, massively helps me. Make sure you give us a follow. I'm live tomorrow night for Middlesbrough against West Brom in the Championship. Make sure you've given us a like and subscribe on YouTube as well. And on Twitch as well if you're new around here. We've done over 300 games on this channel across 32 competitions so far in 2025. I'm aiming for 500 games across the year. Oh, and Barcelona now on the counter-attack. You've got 4-on-3. This could be it. This could be 3-0 here. Rafinha. Oh, he's goosed it. Ah, he's ballsed it up. Big chance that for Fermin Lopez and Rafinha, but Chris Willock got back. Or Joe Willock. Chris Willock? Joe Willock, innit? It's Joe Willock. I always get the Willocks wrong and the Murphys wrong. There's Jacob Murphy and Josh Murphy. Joe Willock and Chris Willock. Never know which one's which. Or I do, but I always get the names mixed up. Voltamada just coming back and winning a free kick for Newcastle. Ryan, is Pedri the best centre mid in the world now? He's insane every game. I like Pedri a lot, but I don't think he's the best centre mid in the world, no. Very good player, though. It's not been a good night for Newcastle, has it? Bruno Guimaraes, though, just passing it straight out of play. There's been a couple of performances on this Newcastle team that are just... Again, we put Bruno Guimaraes in our combined 11 before, didn't we? Bruno Guimaraes in our combined 11, I'm sorry to say, I think we'll be taking him out. There's no way Bruno Guimaraes is going in a combined 11 with these two. He's had a really bad night. Good player, but he's had a bad night. He has had a bad night. Oh, ball in. Voltamada. 1. There you go. It's Gordon. It's not Voltamada. It's Anthony Gordon. We've been slating him all night. The headband. The headband has done it. The heightened headband. Anthony Gordon. It's 2-1. Oh, my God. What a great bit of play this is from Newcastle. Who was that who put the ball in? Oh, it's some goal, that. That's a fabulous goal. Barcelona have switched off. And it's great play between Voltamada, Tonali and Bruno. And then it's just a lovely ball in from Murphy as well. Oh, and do you know what? And we had Murphy. Who had Murphy assist? Someone had Murphy assist and they stiff cashed it out. Oh, no. What a goal that is from Anthony Gordon. And there you go now. We've got how many minutes at the end of this game? Is it 7? I tell you what, this one might actually be a problem. This one might go to the death. I think it is 7 added minutes at the end of the game, isn't it? People slagging Gordon off before, says Gareth 1978. Could we see a late equaliser here? Could we? We've got 7 added minutes at the end of this game. Poof. Shea was me, would have been 8:30. I know, but it's sub on play on, innit? You would never have done it based off Murphy coming on. Man City 2, Napoli 0, that's finished. It's going to be a free kick here to Barca. Sporting 4, Kairat 1. So fickle, football fans. Not fickle, just he wasn't having a good game, was he? But then they've just switched it on. Couple of little passes and they've done it. They've turned it on. It's really good play. Dylan says it's over still. Hey, listen. Don't count your chickens just yet. There's still time. Newcastle 1, Barca 2. It could still happen. Christ, they're pushing up the other end here now, Anthony Gordon. Oh. Ollie says, boy, I got a match at the same time as the Merseyside derby. I'm absolutely gutted. And Gareth says, Gordon back in the England squad now. It's all changed. It's all changed. It couldn't. Well, yeah, England's left side's looking alright, isn't it? Rashford and Gordon, maybe. Chance! Oh, big save from Nick Pope. Oh, we've got 2.5 minutes left here, but Nick Pope. Unbelievable, that. Really, really good play from Nick Pope. Gareth, that Pedri's son player reminds me of Iniesta with his quick feet. Everyone says the same. He is really, really good, isn't he? He's got that game intelligence as well. Just knows where to be on the pitch. He's got kind of like a full 360. Oh, of where everyone is on the pitch. Ferran Torres, big deflection. Liam, 20k likes. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for that. Massive thank you for that. Frankfurt 5, Galatasaray 1 has finished. And we are 30 seconds away. Newcastle have got one last chance to punt this long. That's a foul. That's a foul and a yellow card from Casado. Gareth, Spain seem to produce that type key. Yeah, we could do it. I mean, we've got Adam Wharton, haven't we? Adam Wharton's our Pedri. That's probably the only Spanish-esque midfielder we've produced for a while. CSRT's brilliant, is Pedri. He's only 22. He'll only get better. That's why I think Spain win the World Cup. Can't look past Spain. So good. It's not even just him. You look at the likes of Lopez and Casado, and they're just so. They've got loads of great. Yamal, obviously. So many great players. That's it. He's blown up, has he? No. No, it's a free kick to Newcastle here. Is it? Oh, long throw for Newcastle. This is it. Last chance saloon here. Last chance saloon for Newcastle. The 7 minutes of added on time is done. Added on time. Added on time. The added on time is done. It's a long throw into the box. Big Dan Burn. Flick on. Cleared away. Hit it. Oh, shot on target as well from Tonali. That would have taken the roof off St James's Park if that had gone in. But it doesn't, and it is full time. Newcastle 1, Barcelona 2. Oh, hey, well, what a great night that was. What a good night of football we've had tonight, eh? That's really, really good. I've enjoyed that. I'm going to be back tomorrow for, well, back all day tomorrow, let's be honest. I'm back for Middlesbrough against Newcastle. Middlesbrough against West Brom on the night. Big championship game. So I'm going to be doing that tomorrow night. Hopefully you'll be around for that. But I'm also going to be doing a FIFA 26, EAFC 26. I'm going to be doing that. Play along tomorrow. So if you want to join me, get over to YouTube. Make sure you've clicked up here as well and followed. I am live every single day. Over 300 games watched this year. 32 competitions worldwide. We're going for 500 before the end of 2025. Make sure you give me a follow. And yeah, we're live again tomorrow night. So a big, big thank you to everyone that has sent gifts, that has liked, that's followed, that's shared already. Love you lots and lots. Have a lovely night. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Take it.